Ah, crap. Didn't charge my gimbal. Flip. Oh. And I'll just sit here and hi, Emmy Schwenky 6307. Be sure to hit that thumbs up so it'll hit the algorithm and other people will join. Really appreciate it. You sure are pretty too. Can you hear me all right? Hey, what's up? Michael Alegre. Yep. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, folks, so it'll hit the algorithm. We'll get more people in here. I've got some things to show you today. And I'm waiting. Waiting. There it is. Thank you. I know it may take a minute or so for it to finally hit my side, but appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm waiting for my gimbal to charge up as well as my assistant to get here. She's not here yet, but we're going to be doing a cool little tour of the Shop Club Houston, where I'm located. Where are you located there, Emmy Schwenky? Goodbye, sunshine. You are awesome. Well, maybe you should come by the Shop Club and say hello. I've got a few Porsches. I don't know if you can see them back there, but I've got a 944 and a Porsche Carrera Cabriolet. That's Daisy right there. And then the 944 is a customer's car. Well, they're both customer cars, but the other one belongs to a member here at the Shop Club whose father passed away, and he's asked me to help him get this car roadworthy again so that he can honor his dad. So I'm going to do that. I have Allysa helping me on that. She's doing the fluid changes and things like that. And then we're gonna start the major overhaul on the top end of the engine, vacuum leaks, checking for all of that, hoses, yada yada yada. A lot of things going on here. And then as far as Daisy's concerned, Daisy is a 2008 Porsche Carrera S Cabriolet. So it's a beautiful spec car. It is a manual, but it belongs to a lovely lady, and it's been sitting in their garage for a while. It's been well loved, and you can see some of the bits are missing, like the side markers and things like that. It's because I'm doing a restore on the outside of this car, the inside of the car, as well as the engine to an extent, to get it back to looking beautiful. All the headlights and the signals were all just fogged over and from age and Houston sun, so we had to take care of that as well. So that's being taken care of. And I have some other ones being taken care of as well, but I'm going to wait for more people in here. Hey, thanks, Los Fried Eggs. I appreciate it, man. I'm representing the 996 community. I don't know if you know anything about my channel, and if you do, thank you. But my channel is basically focused on the 996, 997 generations of cars. Although lately, working here at the Shop Club, I get to work on Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Maseratis and Lancias, all from the glory days of the 1960s and 70s. So yeah, my job is really hard. I know it's tough. And wait till you see Allysa. Uh, what's the status of the engine rebuild on the Lambo? Oh yeah, well, so the Lamborghini is slow. It's a slow process. Yeah, that's exactly right, Emily. I definitely a 996 fan. Yeah, so the Lambo is slow, mainly because the supplier, Lamborghini, is having trouble giving me bearings for the bottom end of the car that aren't damaged, basically. So I got about 7 bearings out of the 24, 26 that I need. So it's on hold until I get more bearings from Italy. It is what it is, man. I mean, these cars are 50 years old, getting parts. I sourced some bearings on that car at one point on the Lamborghini from a part supplier, and I think they literally took it out of a bucket of bolts all the bearings, because when they sent them to me, I guess they expected me to just accept them the way they are, and they were just ground up on the actual journal part of the bearing, and it was just embarrassing, really, when I had to show this to the customer, saying, "Look, this is going to be a delay because Lamborghini or the part suppliers are sending me crappy parts." So it is what it is. Now that we got a few more members in, let me show you around a little bit, guys, so you can see what's going on here at Yogi's Garage, and then I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to take a look at the floor so you can see all of the other cars that I have options to work on to an extent. All right, let's do this. I am on a battery because my gimbal needed to be charged, but whatever. All right, let me flip this around. So yeah, so here is the 1983 Porsche 944 and a beautiful patina finish. I think the original color of this thing was like a plum color. If you guys know the original color of this 944, let me know, because yeah, it's it needs some love here, and gotta take care of it. But yeah, and the interior also needs work. You can see that at some point one seat was replaced with fabric, and then the other seat is what it is. But again, it belongs to an owner. His dad passed a couple of years ago, and it's been in my possession trying to get it going. I finally got the engine running. The problems were electrical. The wiring harness was completely cooked. So I had to source one of those. If you guys know anything about sourcing parts, it's hit and miss, man. You can get some good ones, and then you can get some that are just like crap. Yeah, the other seat is pretty scary. So I have a really good upholsterer that works on classic Italian cars, and they've accepted the challenge to get these going. And honestly, I think the price isn't that bad for what needs to be done on those two front seats. Now, as far as Daisy, the interior is just about done. I have to redo. I have to spray the leather down and get it painted and, well, dyed or whatever, so that I can get all the cracks covered up. But I have to take back all of the negative things that I said about uh, Tiptronic Porsches. They're not that bad, guys. I mean, think about it this way: if you live in a city and and a lot of your driving is like stop and go, having an automatic transmission on a Carrera S is probably a blessing in disguise, because you can just drop it into a more high performance gear ratio or high performance timing, and then just go and zip in and out of traffic, no problem. So I'm looking forward to trying that out on that car. But all right, so let me show you the floor, guys. This is the Shop Club Houston, and I am a shop inside of this place, and I'm the main lead mechanic here on all of these beautiful, beautiful cars. I mean, I can't stress enough how big of a smile I get on my face every time that I walk into a place like this. So if you like this stuff, before you leave, guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up on your way out if you like these kinds of videos, because it really, really helps promote the channel, and it helps expose all of these cars to fans like yourselves. But I know why you're here. I know why you're here, because you saw something on my thumbnail when you were doom scrolling. And there you go. Here it is. For those of you who saw this thumbnail and it attracted you to come in and hooked you into my video, here you go. This is a Porsche 011 Indecent build that it's a one-of build, and the company Indecent is an international company, and the U.S. headquarters is here in Houston, and the team of Q Industries is responsible for this build. And basically, it's this: everything on this car is original except for the hood, the roof, and the doors. The panels and everything are all bespoke to this car. That sounds awesome, as long as you don't wreck it, but it is a spectacular, spectacular look if you look at it. I'm gonna walk around it. If you guys like this stuff, try the 944 barn. All right, I will, man. I appreciate that. I have to. My assistant's going to be building a parts list, and then we got to source all that stuff: vacuum lines, intake boxes, all that kinds of stuff. So this one here is a 911 generation Carrera. No, nothing special under the engine or under the rear hatch here, except that it has a kick-ass Fab Speed exhaust on it. It sounds really good. It looks fantastic. It has a lift kit on it, so you can get over the nasty humps, all that kinds of stuff. Yeah, so that's a great question, Fried Eggs, because they don't. But Guess who's going to do that for him? This guy, right? So I've started this partnership with Indecent. It's an ongoing developing partnership. The more I can prove to these folks that I'm capable of doing this kind of work, then they're going to toss me more work and I'll be able to do more and more fancier builds. But right now, this particular car is here for a 65,000 mile checkup, RMS, rear main seal, clutch, flywheel, all of that stuff. And it's a good thing too, because when I drove it here this morning, I could legitimately feel the clutch slipping at around 5 or 6,000 RPM. So it's due. And you're thinking, well, the car only has 61,000 miles. And I was like, well, it's a high performance car, and those clutches are like tissue paper, so you're gonna burn right through them. Yeah, so this is what's going on. Let me show you some other cars. So this here is a V12 Jaguar. I believe it's from the 90s. And it's a great little car. It has problems with the fuel pump. But if you know Jaguars, you know that fuel pumps are kind of like, yeah, you buy those every day, don't you? Replace them once a week. And this is Pepper. This is my 2002 Porsche 911 Carrera that's basically launched my channel. I had a previous build in Audi, but this is the one that really put me on the map. And if you've seen my channel, then you'll know where this car came from. If you haven't seen my channel, this car came from Florida, and believe it or not, it was being used as an Uber Eats delivery driving car in South Florida. And you're like, well, it's South Florida. I guess that's normal. Yeah, so when it came to me, it was in really, really bad shape. So be sure to check out the video series Project Pepper on my channel. You'll see me pull the engine out of this guy, tear it all the way down to the bolts, have it bored out to a 4 liter. It did. It came from the bowels of the swamp. I mean, the front seats were rusted out. Well, mainly the passenger seat was. It had the rocking chair delete option or the rocking chair option, and I had to delete that and rebuild the whole floorboard on that side with a donor. So yeah, this is a labor of love. I know I'll never get my money back on this thing, but it's not. That's not the point, right? The point is the Carrera platforms are just fantastic. Honestly, I've driven Carreras, I've driven Turbo S's, I've driven GT4s. I haven't driven a GT3, but I think the Carrera and Carrera S is the absolute perfect car for daily driving, weekend fun, things like that. Anything more than that, you're really looking to launch into the stratosphere like this guy here. And yes, this one's mine as well. I know I'm only showing off my cars, but do you blame me? Look at this thing. Hey, welcome to the show, guys. For these of you coming in, be sure to hit the thumbs up on your way in or out, and this video will hit more people, and we'll get more people in here to see this awesome facility here in Houston, Texas. It's just open recently. Thank you. Thank you. It just opened recently. And well, I wouldn't say recently, a year ago, a year and a half. Okay, not that recently, but for me, it's recent. And yeah, and it's just slowly but surely it's getting filled up with member cars of this caliber, right? I mean, who knows what this is? Who can tell me what kind of car this is right here? Name that car. I'll wait. And I think Emmy Green may know this answer. If anything, she probably knows who the owner is. Allie the Beanie Weenie, welcome. Nice try, Allie. Nice try. Nice try. But a Pantera is the white one over here. This is a Lamborghini Espada. Hello. Welcome. I cheated. Sorry. Would you Google it? Allie the Beanie Weenie. Wait a minute. Is this your alias? There. Sorry about that. Somebody tried to call me. Anybody know what this one is? I'll wait. Where'd everybody go? Or this one? Anybody know what this one is? How about this one? Do you think you know what this one is, Allie? I totally did. Yeah, so again, guys, welcome. There's only 2 people here in the shop and on my channel, so I'm waiting for more people to show up. I had about 15 here a second ago. Then they all left. But yeah, so this is a 70,000 square foot facility here in Houston. We're up north by Willowbrook Mall. And yeah, so people who have a lot of cars that they collect, they store them here and we take care of them for them. And there's a private club upstairs that they can hold meetings. There's a bar, pool table, things like that, cigar lounge. And then there's a public restaurant up there called the Derby that general public can come in and have lunch or dinner or whatever, and then look onto the floor. And if they want, they can take a tour of this floor. And who wouldn't want to, right? And see, we got some members here right now that are dropping their cars off. But just kind of breathe this in for a moment and just appreciate what we look at every day. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that Cobra is awesome. Thank you. Let's take a look at that. So yes, this is a replica, but it's not just any replica. It is a very, very special one. First of all, this color is very, very unique. I don't think there's any other color like this in Houston. And from what I understand, it was awarded this Cobra trophy for its authenticity. That's about as much as I know about it. The owner's very private, so we try to keep his name and stuff out of the videos. But you really got to appreciate this thing and just take it all in. Look at that; it's glorious. And this isn't your mama's Miata right here, man. This thing is loaded up with an LS engine. Somehow they squeeze it in. I think he's asking, let's see, what is he asking? Let me think. 125,000 invested, 100,000. So if I had to guess, he's probably asking around 225 for it. I don't think he's going to get it, but damn, look at it. That's why it's been on sale for a while. Um, but he's not budging on the price. And honestly, I don't blame him. This had to have been a true labor of love to put that thing together. Here, we have a GT4 RS with the YSAC package with about 3,200 miles on the odometer. So it needs some love. And it's crying out to me because I drove its cousin, the GT4, this past weekend. And check out that live stream. And these GT4s are a hoot, man. This is like, I would say this is the 911 from the first generation of water-cooled 911s, the 996 and 997s. That's basically this platform here, and they just changed it to the Cayman. So I love that one. Let's do it just for fun. Man, get to work. I wonder where you work. You need to go work. And this right here, guys, is only one person left. What's up? Where'd everybody go? I'll wait. Allie the Beanie Weenie, you're in so much trouble. This car here is a C10. It needs work. This truck. It's just you now, Allie. Even my lovely friend, Emmy Green. Oh, there's Emmy Green. Allie left. Oh, I'm on my way, bro. Okay, broette. See, I can just do this all day. Walk up and down the floor. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There's Marshall, the GM of this awesome shop. That's right. Yeah, he does. He does a good job. Says, can you get a set of OEM wiper blades from a 981 for a 981 GTS? Yeah, I can call my O'Reilly shop and see what they have. Probably, yeah. We have some pretty good connections for parts. I've never had anybody ask me for wiper blades for a car, but okay, sure thing. Anybody else have needs for their car? How about I don't know, a tire pressure monitoring system or something? Yeah, dudes, look at this Bandit, guys. This one I got the pleasure of working on this Bandit here a couple of weeks ago. It has some electrical problems with the gauges, but unfortunately, it's just too much of a spaghetti mess underneath there for me to. Yeah, and you also need oil and coils and spark plugs, which are all on the way. Emmy Green, how do I know that about you? Man, I am like the Yogi Whisperer. I think is the best way to say it. Yogi Whisperer. And of course, we cannot ignore the classic American muscle cars here. I can ignore that one until I'm ready to go take a nap because that back seat is really comfortable. Yeah, this GTO is really cool. I forget the year. It's like a '63 rebuilt engine, all that good stuff. But I'm gonna go back to this guy because I have a feeling people are coming in and waiting to see this guy. So I'm gonna bring you back over here and we're gonna take a look at this 911. So for those of you who don't know, this is an Indecent build. Indecent is like the next generation of water-cooled custom Porsche 911 builds, right? Think of Singer, think of Rough, think of companies like that that do full body modifications, and this is a prime example of that. This one here has basically the only original parts on this car are the hood, the roof, and the two doors. Everything else is bespoke to this beautiful example of a 997 Carrera. And yeah, so it's here because we were showing it off this past weekend at a Cars and Coffee on Sunday. And then it's also here because Yogi's going to get to work on it. And for those of you who don't know who Yogi is, that's me. Yeah, I'm Yogi with Yogi's Garage. Welcome to the live stream. I haven't done one in a few weeks. You know, it's been the holidays and things like that. So I kind of wanted to give everybody a break from seeing my mug. But it's back. We're back. Allysa should be here soon to help. She's playing, hooky, but she's Marisol. Thank you. This is a name that Alyssa came up with about what time would you say? 3 in the morning? It just came to her. She's like, I got it. It's Marisol. And I think it's beautiful. It's a great name for a car like this. Yeah. So a lot of stuff that I work on here is part of the Yogi's Garage business, but also part of the Shop Club business. So that's why I get to work on all these other types of examples, right? American muscle, Italian luxury, things like that. I try to stay away from the modern era cars because we all know why, right? It's because they're just a major pain in the ass to work on. They're not a lot of fun. And it seems like automakers are all just kind of following each other's lead and they're making cars that are incredibly more and more difficult to work on and service yourself. So coming here and looking at all these classic, beautiful cars is certainly refreshing from that aspect because I'm like, I can work on that. I can work on that. I've worked on that. This Diablo right here. You're like, well, why is it up in the air? Well, it's up in the air partially because the shocks failed on the front. They're leaking pretty good. So this particular Diablo 6.0 has the automatic lift system that picks the car up and down, and these failed. So we need to take care of that. They should be here this week, if not first thing next week. So welcome to the channel, guys. Be sure to hit the thumbs up on your way in, on your way out, so this thing can hit more and more people like you, and we can build an audience here. So I really appreciate it. This one here is a 1921 Dodge Brothers, and it actually runs. This thing runs. It doesn't run great. I think top speed is 0 to a gust of wind in about 30 minutes, but you'll get there. You'll get there eventually. But yeah, this is a fantastic, beautiful car. I mean, look at this thing. How did this thing not rust away after 103 years? Jesus, this is crazy. The condition of this thing. And the owner comes by, he picks it up, puts it on a trailer, and takes it to some local small town events and drives it around. And it's just a big crowd pleaser, especially for the boomer generation, I guess. But yeah, here it is. This is the front Texas License plate Dodge Brothers 1921, guys. You want to see the engine? Let's take a look at this engine. The dang thing is heavy. Yep, there you go. Dual plugs. I think it's a 4-cylinder, maybe. I don't know. I've worked on the carburetor on this thing, and that was pretty easy. It's like a half barrel, not even a single barrel carburetor. It's a half barrel. Yeah. So I have another old one. There's that blue one over here. The Ford. I forget the name of this one. The Ford model, not the Model T. You can see it right there. That blue one, the real tall one. Come, it's tall. It's even taller than that modern era Fiat. Or yes, Fiat. Yeah. So let's take a look at this one. Ford. Who knows the name of this car, guys? This blue one, please. I'm drawing a blank here. Let me know. Look at this thing. This one also drives, runs and drives. Same thing, gust of wind. Look at this back seat. There were no cup holders back then, right? You didn't need cup holders. Your children were your cup holders. So you put your drinks back here with your kids, and then mom and dad would sit up front very cozily and hope to God that this car doesn't break down on the way to the country fair or whatever. But yeah, this is, I mean, solid death machine here, buddy. Anybody know the name of this car? Tell me. Put a like down below as well if you can. But yeah, here you go. Look at this thing. I have also another one. I know what this one is. I call it the Topo Chico, but it is not. It's a Fiat Topolino, but it does look like a Topo Chico. Look at, where's the rest of it? Wait, I mean, it starts the car. Hey, where'd it go? Okay. Oh, and it's got the suicide doors, guys. Look at this. Boom. Anybody know why they're called suicide doors? I know why. I'm not gonna tell you. You're gonna have to tell me, and I'll agree with you. Be sure to hit that like, guys. Welcome to the channel. I'm Yogi with Yogi's Garage, and I'm showing off the Shop Club Houston here where Yogi's Garage is located. And I'm working on quite a few cars myself. You know, these cars look beautiful, but sometimes they need service. And that's where I come in. And so I have my channel and my shop here. I focus on Porsches of all flavors, mainly on the older generation. I don't really like the 991 platform or the 992 platform, but I do work on these. And this here is a Carrera S with about 67,000 miles on it, and it's here for almost a restoration. It's more of make it respectable again because these people really loved this car to death. And it showed. The headlights were all worn out. They were faded. I redid all of these. So if you haven't seen the YouTube shorts on this, be sure to check it out and hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you how to do all of this stuff. But look how clear these are. And I assure you that you couldn't see the lens on the inside. Takes a lot of work, a lot of sanding, a lot of elbow grease, if you will, to get your headlights back to this, but you can do it yourself. You can buy a PPF kit, all that stuff. If you're talking about any of those modern or those older 100-year-old vehicles, absolutely. That was certainly the way of controlling the population, was to not include seatbelts until somebody got smart and decided to say, hey, maybe there should be a law that requires us to not die when we drive a car. Hey, Yogi, just wanted to say a massive thank you for the videos on the 2.0 TFI. Oh, sweet. Dude, well, thanks for joining, man. I really appreciate it. Let me flip the camera around. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Yogi's Garage started with the Audi 2.0 rebuild. I bought the car for my son. An Audi A4 2007 base model, white, grandma tan interior. Right out of the gate, it had problems with the catalytic converter, and then oil starvation due to a clogged oil pickup, which is a very known issue with that generation of A4 2.0 liters, 2.0 liter engines. So I took care of all of that and rebuilt the engine, tore it all the way down, and it's alive. And I'm still using it to this day, man. If you can believe that, I know you can. I got about 27,000 miles on the car. Yeah, you're exactly right. Oil pickup starvation is the number one killer. and it'll kill your cylinder head, and you'll immediately get a low oil pressure warning on it, and then you have to replace the cylinder head, because more than likely the journals are all damaged on them, and you have to take care of that. The other main issue on those are the oil pump, right? The balance shafts on the oil pumps will come flying off and grenade your engine. So be careful with that as well. All right, let me flip the camera around and we'll go back to the floor and see what's going on. We're finally getting a really nice cool front here in Houston, and it's been like summertime weather pretty much up until now. We had like 1 week of cold weather, and then it went up to about 85 for Christmas Day, if you can believe that. So I'm gonna come around to this side and show you my JDMs and maybe a Dodge Viper. And just so you know, you see people pulling in here, it's because these are members of the club, right? And when you become a member of the shop club, you get access to these 4-post lifts if you get car storage service. So you get the car storage service and you get access to a four-post lift. So I say four, 2-post lift, sorry. And our toolbox, and you get access to me for free, mostly, until you get into some serious weeds, and then I have to start charging you. But yeah, you have access to a mechanic here and any other types of service advisory you might need for your car. But look at these things here. First of all, this is a Mitsubishi Mirage Evolution, a true Evolution, and you can see the racing seats in there. Honda Type R. That is a incredible, fun little car. I mean, it's not that fast by modern standards, but you get it up into the rev range, man, and it will surprise you, believe it or not. What won't surprise you is this one. It's bricked. But what makes this one really special is that this is a one-of-one carbon fiber Tesla Roadster. And this was made, it's not a custom build. This was made by Tesla. I don't know the entire story, so I don't want to butcher it up. But basically, it ended up with us because the owner, whom I can only assume is somebody of great wealth, disappeared. We can't find him. So we're basically storing a car for a ghost. And so we're going to put a mechanic's lien on it, and I'm gonna try to get it going again. I'm not a electrical car guy, but I know somebody who is, not personally, but I know him, Rich Rebuilds, of course. So I'm really thinking he might be interested in something like this, since it's so unique that you absolutely have to present it and try to get it running again. It's kind of ridiculous if you don't. And then of course this beautiful Mustang. What's the best part of this Mustang besides the engine and how awesome it sounds is the freaking interior, guys. Look at this thing. Look at this beautiful Mustang. And yeah, I've worked on this guy a few times, and it's fun. Again, it's goes back to what I was telling you guys before I started working here and I opened my shop here. It was sort of what do you call it? A freaking oops. There you go. It was sort of like I'm not into old cars, but I am now, except for this one. This one I won't touch because of that little prancing pony right there. Not that they would ask me to, because I think that thing is still under warranty. This one here is pretty cool. It's got the eye of the tiger on the hood, on the engine, I should say. See if I can get it open. The eye of the tiger. Look at that. Wow. I think I remember hearing that he spent about 50 grand in upgrades on this thing himself. Look at that. You really have to like tigers, but I mean it's cool. It's unique, and I love that. I'm tired of looking at just another C5 or C7, and it's like, oh, okay, here we go. But this one's really nice, and so yeah, it packs a nice punch too, for sure. So we got more room to store other cars. So if you're in the Houston area and you need a place to store your car, it doesn't have to be a Mustang. It can be an El Camino if you want, or maybe one of these. Check out this race car here, man. I love these because these guys are actually have these cars have seen some stuff. I mean, look at this. Look at the rust. And that's like standard for these cars. The launches weren't really good at rust protection, and it shows because this thing is basically Swiss cheese. So I'm not here. It's not here to be serviced. It's here to be broken down into individual parts, so I can get my grubby little fingers on them and take the brakes off this thing. Because finding brake calipers for this car is incredibly difficult. Some other things, windows, glass, things like that, that we're going to try to harvest off this thing. Where's that slam car that was amazing? Oh, the lowrider Cadillac. Yeah, it's gone. It was a quick visit. They were on like they were stopping here for a few days, and they replaced the rear brakes and did some service on it. He says it's a great car, but boy, is it a pain in the butt to maintain. I'm like, well, if you drive a car that's slammed to the ground, I'm sure that's certainly part of the problem, but it's fun. Who wouldn't want to? So I don't think my assistant's gonna make it here in time before I end this. I'll keep going as long as I can hold this camera up. We'll go around again, and I'm going to show you this back wall, guys, because this back wall is really where all the special cars are located this month. We move these things around a lot. Slacker. You're a slacker. We move these cars around a lot just to kind of freshen up the floor when we give public tours. And right now, the cream of the crop is on this back wall. Single owner, by the way, for all of these cars. So welcome to this channel, guys. As you walk in, please hit the thumbs up if you haven't done that already. That way we can fill this room with a bunch of other onlookers of these awesome collectible, collector grade automobiles. Look at this Lancia. How about this Lamborghini Jurama? Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. This color on this Jurama is great. I have another Jurama on the floor. That blue one right there, right next to the Espada. Those two cars right there, the 928 on the end and the Espada or the Jurama are in my shop in bits and pieces, the engines. So yeah, we'll get those back. I'm hoping by 2026. Ferrari Dino, here you go. I'll just wait right here for somebody can walk in and say, oh my God, he's showing off a Dino? Yep. Or how about a Ferrari Daytona? Any guesses on how much this car is? Yeah, yeah, the color. I think the original color on this one was yellow. But like anything made in the 1960s, it was probably made with somebody with a glass of wine in their hands and a cigarette, and they're like, "Let's just paint it with truck paint," and it didn't last. So then they stripped it down and painted it this beautiful baby blue. The Daytona, I believe, is an original color. Don't quote me on that. And again, single owner. And then right next to this single owner, I meant like all of these cars are owned by a single guy, not a single owner. This Pantera. And I dare you to find a Pantera as clean as this one anywhere. Usually what you'll see with these kinds of cars is that they're beat to crap. They just don't hold together very well. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, that's how they were made. I'm not sure how I'm going to get in there. I guess if I suck in my gut, I can probably squeeze between those two doors. All right, let's move on to these right here. Come on, camera. There you go. These are his and hers. I say that, but they're not. His and hers Boras, Maserati Boras in yellow. And why not? Let's do silver. Let's do silver. Screw it. So you've got, Maserati Boras out the wazoo. I've got Lamborghini V12s, Aston Martins. Look at this beautiful car. This is not a James Bond car. I've been corrected many times about that from the James Bond nerds out there, and I appreciate you keeping me honest. Welcome to the channel, guys. For those of you joining us, be sure to hit the thumbs up because then it hits the algorithm and more people will see this when they're doom scrolling like yourself. All right. So yeah, this DB3, I believe it's a DB3. And then this Mustang, this Corvette, sorry. Yeah. I'm just gonna like show the reflection off of this hood. Huh. Blue interior too as well. Let me see if I can squeeze in on one of these so I can show you the interior. From the back, I thought it was a Lotus. Which one? One of those over there? Let's look at this blue interior real quick. Whoa. Oh my God. I mean, I love it. I do. This interior is just absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. The his and her cars. Oh, yeah. No, those are Maseratis. And there's actually another Maserati that looks a lot like the Bora, and I call it a baby Bora. And it's this one, this red one here. I'm not gonna skip these, believe me. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. But I wanted to show you this one here, and I always forget the name of this one. There's so many, yeah, so many. I'm like, I gotta memorize another name. But yeah, this is a whoever can answer me can then get a thumbs up from me. And this here is a Montreal, about 300, maybe 400 ever made. And here's one of them, this beautiful color. And it actually works. The whole car works. A little Fiat 2000. How about this little guy? Look at this. It's Stuart Little. I just say, yeah, that they look like Panteras and a Lotus had a big totally, dude. Yeah, that wedge shape was all that they were all about the wedge shape back in that period. But this cute little guy here is probably one of the most fun vehicles that we have to drive because it's so nimble and it has a really powerful engine for what it is, right? And it is just crazy how fun it is. And it's waiting on parts and probably me. And I got to fix that door, I think. This, believe it or not, is a Ferrari. This right here. This is back in the day, man, when Ferraris were dailies. I'm gonna go back there and get a daily Ferrari and bring it back to the future like this one. I mean, Jesus, you won't see these on the roads, dudes. Nobody will see these. How about this Shamal? I did an oil change video on this one just a few days ago, and now it's just sitting here waiting to be driven. But it was fun. It was a great little video. Little Alfa Romeo, and then look, another freaking Espada. How many do I got? Jeez. Oh, what a tough life. So Espada, Espada. Okay, so I got two Espadas. That's right. And I got two Boras and a Lamborghini Girama and a couple other Lamborghini V12s as well. But yeah, you can just see this line here from all the way in the back. This place used to be a sporting goods facility, like a Oshman's, or this was an academy. I don't know if academy's up where you live, but this used to be a sporting goods facility. No, this is not my collection, but damn, wouldn't that be awesome? I I would love to have this collection, but the maintenance, I can't even imagine. Because based on what I charge to service these vehicles, it would be a large chunk of change every year to take care of these things. So yeah, you gotta have a nice income to be able to afford to make. I think he has like 40 cars in his stable now, and 28 of them are here. He's got a Lamborghini Countach coming in, white with blue interior, and I'm like, that's Lamborghini for you. Yeah, so not my collection is limited to two cars, a 911 Cabriolet, and then a 911 Turbo S Cabriolet because I like the mental damage it gives me working on them. And then I also have a Q7 as part of my stable that my wife drives, and an Audi, which is Olaf, the car that started Yogi's Garage. So yeah, there's a lot of pedigree right here working on these cars. I went from working on a an Audi 2.0 to a Porsche flat six to a Lamborghini V12 to a Porsche 928 4.9 or 4.7 liter V8, all in like the span of a year. I think my brain hurts, but it's fun. It's fun, and troubleshooting these cars is more of a talent, a mythical, a magical talent that you need to be able to hear really well, and listen for the health of the vehicle instead of just plugging in a computer and expecting to get what you need out of it, because you're not. It speaks to you through the firing sequence. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I want to show you the shop one more time, because for those of you folks who've been a loyal subscriber since the very beginning, thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's been a long journey, over 5 years to get to this point. So for those of you who tell you, it's like, yeah, just start a channel and man, the money will start flowing. I don't. There must be a backup further upstream somewhere because the money ain't flowing. This is a labor of love. I started a business so that I can start making money doing this, and I get to do stuff like this. Check this out. Yeah, V12. Well, right now it's a V10 because two of the cylinders are in the block, and then I hit a roadblock with the bearings. But yeah, this is a Lamborghini V12 from a Jarama from 1972, and I have a lot of work to do, I think. I don't know, I gotta check my notes. Yeah, and then here's what slowed me down for my machinists and mechanics out there. Check out this bearing at the bottom there. So I started opening up the bearings and inspecting them, and they were coming out really good. It's like, okay, this bearing's good, nice and smooth. And then I landed on this bearing right here, and it was like, what the hell is that? I wish I could get a better focus. But basically, what you're looking at there is fretting corrosion. And I looked that up with the magic of my AI assistant because Allysa wasn't helping. And the contamination is actually between the layers, guys. So if your bearings look like this and you're about to slap it together, you better stop and replace them because this is bad news. I can put my finger on it and I can feel rough spots right here. It's just not no bueno. So I got to wait for Lamborghini to bring me back some more bearings. I'm gonna sit and have some coffee. Stick my gimbal back on the charger. Oh, there. We'll move it this way so we can get a shot of the cars. There you go. And I'll put my feet up and then give Allysa the death stare when she comes in late. I mean, I don't know if it's late, but it's late for me. Let's just say, just subscribe to your channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. I love doing this every day. My career was in IT, and I moved off of IT a couple of years ago, and now this is basically my full-time job, thanks to my awesome wife, who's supporting the family while I get my act together here on the on the business side and start generating some revenue. So thanks for that. I appreciate it. And if those of you who know my wife, Yogi Mama, and if you've seen her on the channel, you know how awesome she is. She's a cancer survivor, an aneurysm rupture survivor, and I'm in Houston, Texas. Yeah, I would say my wife is definitely up for sainthood. I would say for sure, especially after she survived a major brain rupture back in 2013, and then only to you know roll double ones. What is that? Snake eyes, and then she gets cancer during COVID. So that was that, and then she fought it together. We did it. She's awesome. And she helps, float the boat while the shop is propped up. And then once it starts doing well, I'll be able to pay it forward, pay it back. I think so. I genuinely feel that for her to be tested, and then at the same time, it's testing a marriage, right? I mean, you take vows and you say and commit to certain things in your life, and then you're tested, and that's the big thing. Is when the test comes, you better pass because there's no do over on this kinds of stuff, right? You do the test, you take the test, you pass, life goes on. If you take the test and you don't pass, yeah, there's a lot to think about there. But yeah, I love her to death. She's my anchor. She's fantastic. So I wish her well wherever she might be. Yeah, it is. It was colorectal, 16 months old until she was 3. Oh my goodness. Man, I hope she's all right, man. And dude, it's hard to explain the kind of long-term stress on the family and on the patient. It's more than just the patient going through this. A lot of times it's the whole family because they help prop up they're part of the whole foundation of your family, and when they're ill, the other person's got to pick up the slack as well as any family members that can help chip in. So yeah, it's tough, dudes. Really appreciate it. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, luckily they come in pairs, man. So one is good. We have one of the service tech managers here had one removed from a car accident when he was about 18. Yeah, so he explained how much that can change a person's life as well. Yeah, thank you for that, Emmy Green. Appreciate that. Well, you know what I'm learning? I'm learning that it's a small community of car lovers, really true car lovers. It's a small community, and we're getting smaller because we're getting older, and the people who know how to work on these Lamborghinis and Ferraris of that generation, they're all dying, and they're not passing on their knowledge. And I'm having to squeeze it out of them. And luckily, some of them are smart enough to post stuff on YouTube or on blog forums, things like that. And then you just got to go out there and harvest it and try to collect all that data and compile it into something that you can use to solve a problem on your car, right? So what I'm hoping to do here is in Houston is to give you guys another option on classic car service, and I'm more of the lines where I like to do things methodically, and it's not an oil change wham bam thank you kind of business. It's a restoration. People who appreciate what it takes to get these cars serviced properly. That's what I'm building here, and it's working because people are coming to me. This yellow car, the 944, all of these things. They've seen what I can do, and I'm building. I'm building something here, and I'm about to build a case against my assistant. She doesn't get her ass here. You watching? No, she's not. She was though. She's probably in the car driving, watching the live stream. Hey, welcome to Yogi's Garage, guys. For those of you coming in, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you like it. I'm waiting for a few more people, and then I'm going to go do another tour of the shop one more time, show you the indecent build, talk about what's going on with these Porsches here in the shop. So if you like the kind of stuff, stick around. It's going to happen here in a minute. Ah, I love it, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is from my wife. She made this for me. She took an Arctic and did that acid etching on it, and look how cool that is. And then she did it for the shop club too. She's a little, crafty woman. Not little, but she's a crafty woman. She did this too. I leave this in here because it doesn't fit in my cup holder, or does it? Actually, it might fit in my cup holder. Oh, I know why I leave it here. Is because I think it's not exactly watertight. Is it watertight? I don't know. What do you think? There's a reason why I leave it here. I forget. I have so many. That is fantastic, dude. I need to pick your brain and figure out what I'm doing wrong here. I'm nowhere near that, but I think I have a good. Uh, I have something to offer people. So I just need to find that right group of people to offer it to. I'm getting there, and again, I always say it's a labor of love because it has to be because it's all labor and a lot of love. Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. That's exactly what I pivoted to do. And since you just subscribed, you'll notice that for the last 6 months or so, it's been primarily shorts for me. And I get a lot of subscribers, and then I'll drop a long form video and get like 300 views. But I'll drop a short and I get 2,000 views and maybe 8 subscribers out of it. So yeah, I mean it's working. And now that I have Allysa on the channel as well, uh, she's good with all that social interweb stuff. She's going to help drive that message home. And I mean, it's been a true blessing to have her show up just out of the blue, and we've managed to gel really well. You should check out this video that we dropped. I dropped it last night about the indecent get together this past weekend, and you can just tell it's like, man, we're vibing really good, and I think we're gonna take this pretty far. So, hopefully she can get here and speak for herself, but I don't know. I don't know where she is. I'm going to show her this video. Then I gotta get to work. Got like another minute. I'm gonna take it to an hour. I'll cut it at 5 minutes. So Emmy Green, how many kids you got? I can just tell. I can just tell. You're a smart person. And don't count your husband. I'll wait. I wonder if I hold still, it'll look like the screen is frozen. Let me see. Oh, I blinked. Damn. I saw a meme the other day of a guys pretending that the screen froze up on a conference call, but the backgrounds are still moving and the clock's turning behind him, and the guy's just not buying it. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe that'll get some more people. Hit the thumbs up. If you hit a thumbs up, I'll actually start moving. Oh, damn, I'm moving. Damn, I gotta work on that. Damn. All right, reset. Ah. Anybody got any plans for New Year's Eve other than hoping 2026 is gonna be better? You know it's not going to be, but we can always hope, right? Doop 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 doo. Alyssa, my assistant, if you're watching this, you're late. So late. Let me get one more tour before I cut this off. All right. Flip. Oh, yeah. Which car should I look at? How about this one? Boom. Yes. Just hold it right there. Right there. Oops. Oh, that's cool. Cool. I'll just sit right here. All right. San Francisco, man. I love that place. I haven't been there in a few years. I love it. The weather's weird there. Like when it's summer here, it's winter there, and it's cool all the time. I love it. 1 minute. All right, guys, I wanted to thank you guys for all joining. For those of you who hit the thumbs up, double thank you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna do more of these because I think they're pretty effective on attracting more viewers. Plus, you get to see this awesome floor where I get to work. See, I'm just sitting here on the floor, looking around. It's got all those cars right there. You know, it's air conditioned, heated. So it's not too bad. But thanks for watching, you guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time on Yogi's Garage.